Oh, he looks so nice. Dude, did the old guy finally decide? To be honest, I can't think of you as truly innocent and good person. You have done enough evil to drive a woman to suicide. But, at least on the charge of murder, it would appear you are innocent. Huh. Well, I guess I can show my cool eye off now. So I guess even the old fuddy-duddy figured me out. Mr. Engard? What an atrocious lawyer I have, giving his own client up like this. Isn't that refreshing like a spring breeze, crap? It's just as atrocious, don't you agree? Anyway, get on with it, and pronounce me an innocent already. Right, Mr. Lawyer? Should I side with justice, or should I save Maya's life? Oh, I think we need to save soon. I think we're getting really close to that, that bad end option. You'd better get Engard a guilty sentence, okay? But if I did that, Maya will die. But if I say he's innocent, then Miss Andrews will be charged as the murderer. Do I say he's guilty? Or not guilty? Either choice I make, someone's life is going to end. It all hinges on what I choose. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter. If the person who hired the assassin was Adrian Andrews, then your client, Mr. Engard, is innocent. There's no need to ask, old man. After all, my lawyer is going to say what I want, aren't you? Right. I can't do this. But I have to decide something. I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. My client, Engard, is... Oh, okay. So, let's see. So yeah, bad ending would of course be not guilty. We are waiting for your answer, Mr. Wright. Engard, your client deserves an answer. Maya, I'm sorry. Engard is...
Objection!
Wait, hold on. Am I doing this wrong? Okay, so I think I figured it out. It's not... In the guide I was looking at, they put it a little early. I just looked at the one that's on like the Steam guides. I don't think that decision actually mattered. It's a decision I'm going to make further on that matters. So it'll be one where they ask me to like present some like evidence from my court record. Anyway, Francesca von Karma. What are you doing here? Ow! You see now, don't you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This is exactly why you should never take your eyes off that scruffy fool. Did you bring them? The final pieces. Do you have them? You should know better than to ask that, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Von Karma is perfect in every way. The evidence here is in perfect condition. Don't worry about Scruffy. He's fine and his injuries are minor. All of the items are inside this. What a filthy old coat this is! That's Gumshoe's. I can spot his tattered rags anywhere. I apologize for its ugliness, but there was nothing else to wrap the items in. I fought long and hard this whole trial. All for what's inside that raggedy coat. I'm sure that inside that coat lies a crucial piece of evidence. Your Honor, inside that filthy coat are the defense's final pieces of evidence. Your final evidence? This trial is already over. All that remains is for me to hand down my verdict. I do not believe that any of the evidence presented now would change the outcome of this trial. What?
Objection!
Your Honor, it is our duty to examine every piece of evidence, down to the last. I request that Miss Von Karma be allowed to present these pieces of evidence. I suppose you're all right, Mr. Edgeworth. I grant permission to do so. However, this one obvious rule applies here. If these items do not bring up any new points, then they will not be accepted by this court. Now, Miss Von Karma, if you please. These pieces of evidence are items left by the killer during his escape from the police. He must have been in quite a rush. Yes, Your Honor. The killer left 3 pieces of evidence. Somewhere among the evidence we're about to see, there will be something that will turn this whole situation around. I'm sure of it. That is all we can hope for. The first item is a pistol. Does the killer's pistol have anything to do with this case? Okay. So these 3 bits of evidence that we're going to see, we just need to question for more details on all of them. Gotcha. Okay. Question for more details. I just really don't want to miss it, you know? That would suck having to go back. Does that pistol have any relation to this case? We have yet to perform a ballistics test, so I can't say anything for certain. However, I believe it has something to do with this case. At least with me. Maybe like how she got shot? That's the pistol that he used to shoot you, isn't it? That's what I believe, yes. Oh. I kept the bullet they removed from my shoulder as a sort of memento. I'm sure it will be an excellent sample for the test. So that's the pistol that was used to shoot Franziska. It's probably not going to help us very much. The second piece of evidence is this videotape. I bet the killer took that from Engard Mansion. Have you checked the contents of that tape? No, I don't have a videotape player in my car. There was no time to. Oh, yeah. But I would speculate that this tape is very important. Why would you say that? Because he came back to his hideout for it. The killer went back for it? That's right. It looks like he was trying to recover it. He injured 3 of the officers at the site. But somehow it looks like they managed to protect it from the killer. Shelley the killer is no ordinary man. Could we not watch that, like, here in the court and see what, you know, happens? Could just be like some home videos from when he was a kid, though. The last piece of evidence is this bellboy's uniform. Is that a uniform from the Gatewater Hotel? Yep. Was that used during the crime? I'm almost certain it was. There's even a pair of black leather gloves in one of the pockets. There's no doubt about it. The killer was wearing this on the night of the murder. There is one thing I found interesting about this uniform. And what is that? There is a button missing on this uniform. A button? It's a very unique button. I'm sure if we were to recover it, it would provide us with an interesting clue. Bellboy's uniform! And that button is obviously probably pretty important. That is all I have to present, Your Honor. It's just as I thought. And what is that, Your Honor? I'm sure we're under normal circumstances. These items from Shelley the Killer's hideout would be very important clues. However, our question is not who did the killing. It is who is the client. Yes, that is correct. And these 3 items do not tell us anything about that. Thank you for your hard work, Miss Von Karma. You may step down now.
Hold it!
Wait, Your Honor. Please allow me to examine this new evidence. Overruled. This court already has all the evidence it needs to hand down a verdict. Wonderful. Absolutely splendid. The judge is such a brilliant man, isn't he? Is this the end? Phoenix, I knew it. There's no such thing as a miracle in this world, is there? I think you're wrong. I think they do exist. But you have to make that miracle happen. You've come this far. You can't give up now. But no matter how you think about it, it's... Try. For my sake, just think about it for a second. There are 2 ways out of this situation for us. 2? The first. Make Engard wish from the bottom of his soul for a guilty verdict. Huh? The killer will always place his client's wishes first. If Engard himself wishes to be convicted, then he'll let his hostage go. That may be true, but that's asking me to do the impossible. The second way. Force the killer to end his contract with Engard. If the killer were no longer to think of Engard as his client, then he would let Mia go. Mia? That's even more impossible. He's a man who values his duty towards his clients above all else. I know both of these seem like impossible feats at first. But if you could make either one happen, it would truly be a miracle. The bigger problem is, the judge had already said he doesn't need any more evidence. The pieces he was just shown, he's not accepting them, which, to my understanding in a regular court, is what he should be doing because they've not been, I don't know what the fancy word was. It's like, yeah, I can't remember it right now, but they've not been presented to the court ahead of time, so it's like not legal evidence or something like that. Anyway, Phoenix, think things through from the other side. Isn't that what has always worked for us? The other side? Wait, does she mean... You mean to turn things around? Phoenix, the judge says he doesn't need the evidence. If that's the case, then who does need it? The person who needs the evidence. The defense, prosecution, and the judge. We've seen all the pieces of evidence. And that's how we have come to know the truth. But there's one person who is yet to see them all. And that person does not know the truth. That truth, it may be what will bring about the miracle in the end. There are no objections this time, correct? Now then, I will pronounce my verdict. Why don't we all respectfully sit back and listen, kids?
Objection!
No. Overruled. I've already told you, Mr. Wright. This court does not need any more evidence. I'm not saying it is us that needs the evidence, Your Honor. Then, you want to show the evidence to that person? Yes, Your Honor. Please, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, for you to ask with such passion, I will grant you one chance. Oh, one chance? Please show your evidence to who you think is the right person. That's impossible. To turn this situation around in one try. One try. That is all I will permit. I have to try to remember everything that has happened up to this point. Think, Phoenix. Think! There must be a way to save Maya while taking Engard down at the same time. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's not waste any more time. Alright, that's what I was looking for. We are going to save right here so that I don't have to replay almost anything to get back to this point. Okay, so, back up. Who would you like to show evidence to? Okay, so the correct ending here And the guide I'm looking at, I think they tried to, like, warn you very far ahead of time. Like, they put it multiple paragraphs ahead of the actual decision to try to warn you so you can, like, remember to do it, I guess? It's weird, though, because I was, like, looking for it all that time ago. It's right here where this is important. So, let's see. The right answer is to call Shelley the killer, with, of course, being that Shelley the killer does not know about this evidence that we have. Everyone in this courtroom knows about it. You know, Adrian Andrews, the defense, the prosecution, Matt and Guard, everyone knows it except Shelley the killer doesn't know that we have this. So, if we do it right, we get the good ending. If we do it wrong, we get the bad ending. So that is, in fact, what we're going to do. Let's show it to Pearl. I see. And now, tell this court what one piece of evidence you would like to show this person. Show her a gun. No, show her a bear. Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? I don't have anything to say to this. How about you, Miss Von Karma? Well, I was just shot, so... I'm afraid I cannot allow the defense to continue. What? No one understands what you're talking about anymore. Wait, please, one more... That is enough, Mr. Wright. I will now state my verdict. This court finds the defendant Matt and Guard not guilty. Get the confetti. That's what we pay you jurors for. That is all. This court is adjourned. And just like that, the case came to an end. I ran away from the courtroom and wandered the streets alone. I never saw Maya again. The killer is a man of his word, so I'm sure he released her as promised. I heard the verdict of Miss Andrews' trial a few days later. She was found guilty, of course. The miracle never happened. Maybe it was never meant to. Because a miracle is something that doesn't exist. Bad endo. Justice 3 served? Alright, so obviously that's not the true ending or the right ending. That is, kind of reminds me of when you fail a mission in the Trauma Center series, and because you let one person die, that's it. You're done. Like, never gonna be a doctor again. I can't fail. I have problems. So anyway, we are gonna go ahead and continue here. I do, however, need to take a really short break. I'm completely out of water. So we'll be right back. Alright, welcome back. Who would you like to show evidence to? So, like I previously mentioned, it is Shelley the Killer. I see. And now, what evidence would you like to show? Okay. We can, the videotape. Which I think was the important one. Because, it's the, he fought so hard to get it back that there must be something important on it, for him specifically. Okay. Anyway, present that. Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? I think there's some merit in showing this evidence to that witness. Bailiff, please bring in the transceiver from earlier. All right. It looks like I managed to convince him. Maya, she's okay, right? Didn't I tell you to concern yourself with bringing about a speedy end to this trial? Now, if I understand correctly, you wish to show me one piece of evidence. Yes, one is all I need. I have here a videotape. It was found at your hideout. I heard you injured 3 officers in your attempt to get this back. That was most regrettable. However, it was an order from my client. I was told to protect that videotape. I thought so. I'm afraid I seem to have failed in that regard. Do you know the contents of this tape? I was sternly told by my client to not watch it. So I have absolutely no idea. Actually, you were on this tape. Me? There was a video camera hidden at the crime scene. Your actions were being recorded. What? Is that true, Mr. Wright? Who was that planted? Who was it that planted a camera? Well, the only person who could have planted a camera at the scene of the crime would be your client, naturally. That was Adrian Andrews. Be quiet and listen, Your Honor. Yes, sir. Your client specified a place and time for you, isn't that right? Yes. That was so they could film you. I had no idea. Mr. Wright, why would my client do such a thing? I would like to know why. Why did Madden Guard film the crime scene? The reason why he did that is my ticket out of this whole mess. There's only one reason why your client would secretly film the crime scene. They wanted to see Juan get his. They wanted to blackmail you. They wanted blackmail on you. Alright, I think I know what we have to do next. I just wanted to double check. Your client once told me something very interesting. We were talking about you, and this is what they said. I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone, least of all assassins. Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. Yes, that's where the video comes in. With that, I can keep him at bay, and even blackmail him if I want. Your client didn't trust you at all. They were thinking of using this video to blackmail you. What do you have to say to that, Shelley D. Killer? Oh! It looks like I was being deceived from the very beginning. Yes, by a natural. That is the kind of person they are. Your client is a person who only thinks and plots of how to use the people around them to protect themselves from any and all dangers that may arise. That is the true nature of your client. I have one question for the witness. Yes? You told us one thing numerous times during your testimony. You said that you detest traitors most of all. Yes, that's right. But what if that traitor was your own client? What would you do then? That's obvious. I would break our contract in that case. And then, that client would become my next target. For the honor of the D-Killer name, even if it takes an eternity, I would follow that person to the ends of the earth to exact my punishment. You can tell what I mean by the red. I see. That's all I wanted to know. So the traitor becomes D-Killer's next target? Ah, I get it. This is how we'll turn this case around. Mr. Wright. Yes? My contract with my client is over as of now. I seem to have a new job on my hands. I will now return to you your precious item. What the? I'm not an item! Maya, I thought I'd never see you again. Oh, thank goodness. This trial appears to have come to its conclusion. Again. However, I actually I don't quite know what just... Ow! Miss Von Karma, where did that... She always has you in her sights. Now, I do believe it's time to finally hand down a verdict. A little sweaty there. Mr. Engard, it looks like somehow you got what you wanted. You will finally receive the acquittal you wanted so badly. You should be happy. But before that, I would like to make one final statement. Sometime in the near future, one very betrayed assassin may appear before you. Needless to say, that man is very good at what he does. I'm sure you would understand what I mean if you watch this video. Help me. Now then, Your Honor, the verdict, if you please. Is this all right with you, Mr. Wright? We have finally reached the end of a very long battle. Whether he's convicted or acquitted, there's no escape for him now. Go on, Phoenix. Plead whichever way your heart tells you. Right, Chief. So apparently, this doesn't matter, like in terms of the actual ending we're going to get. But if we choose not guilty, we may get an achievement. They mentioned this on the iOS, but I think the same achievements are on Steam. So to say he's not guilty. Congratulations, Mr. Madengard. Please make sure to savor every moment of what little time you have left. Your Honor, is always the defense pleads not guilty. Very well. This court finds the defendant Madengard. Hold it! Please wait. What's the matter? If I get a not guilty, I'll be killed. I'm... No! Whoa, whoa. Oh, he's killed me. Oh, ow. That looks painful. I mean, who's to say that a really well-trained assassin couldn't kill you in prison, but I guess your odds are a little better there, right? As always, it looks like we've uncovered the real truth. We? I don't remember you helping out much in this. Mr. Edgeworth, I was Madengard. I've left Miss Von Karma in charge of his incarceration. I'm sure he's getting a full course meal of whipped leather right about now. Very good. It was a close one, wasn't it, witness? Yes. I plan to pay my debt to society for my own crime, Your Honor. The first time I was called to the witness stand during this trial, all I felt was despair. She must be talking about the time Edgeworth really went after her. I guess she's trying to forgive him for what he did. This witness, how should I put this? She has an illness. If you're going to say you would choose death, that is of no concern to me. But after that, when I was alone at the detention center, that's the first time I really saw myself for who I am. And today, when the two of you used your combined strength to convict Matt, I felt like I had finally been saved. Wow. This is really the first time I've ever seen her smile. I really am happy that you two were in charge of this case. Oh, excuse me. I really don't know how to express how I feel at this moment. This is the first time I felt comfortable with myself, with who I am. Thank you so much, everyone.
It looks like that was a good end after all.
It looks like we have resolved everything at last.
As for myself, those chicken nuggets at McDonald's are calling for me. There are still a few things I'm confused about. But everyone seems to be in good spirits, and that is good enough for me. That is all. This court is adjourned.